Hello there! In the previous episode, we journeyed through ancient Egypt, a world where creation emerged from endless primordial waters and where order first rose from silent chaos. But today, we step into something far more strange, because across completely unconnected civilizations, a single image keeps appearing. Not a god, not a human, but a creature, a being found in China, in Europe, and in the ancient Americas, a force both feared and revered. The dragon. In ancient China, dragons were not monsters, they were forces of nature linked to rivers, rain, storms, and imperial authority, symbols of balance between heaven and earth. In medieval Europe, dragons took a very different form. They became enemies, creatures of destruction, guardians of treasure, beings that heroes were destined to defeat. And in Mesoamerican civilizations, a similar entity appears, the feathered serpent, a being connected to knowledge, creation, and cosmic cycles, neither fully beast nor fully divine. Three regions, three completely different civilizations, yet the same core image repeats, a serpent-like, powerful being, tied to forces greater than humanity. So the question is not simply, why do dragons exist? The real question is deeper. Why does the human mind, across time and geography, keep returning to the same impossible form? One explanation suggests this is not coincidence, that the human mind itself produces similar symbols: fear of predators, respect for power, the image of something large, intelligent, and uncontrollable. In this view, the dragon is not discovered, it is imagined. Another explanation is contact. Ideas spreading across ancient trade routes, stories evolving as they move from one civilization to another, changing shape, but keeping their core structure. A serpent becomes a dragon, a spirit becomes a god, a myth becomes legend. And there is a third possibility, that these beings were shaped by reality itself. Ancient fossils mistaken for giant creatures, real animals like crocodiles and serpents, natural disasters that felt like living forces, the world itself becoming the blueprint for myth. But regardless of origin, the meaning remains consistent. Dragons are never just creatures, they are always something more. They represent power that cannot be controlled, nature that cannot be predicted, forces that sit between order and chaos. So what are dragons really? A shared memory of ancient contact, a product of the human mind under pressure, or echoes of a world our ancestors could not fully understand? And perhaps the answer is not meant to be resolved, because across every civilization that remembers them, dragons always sit at the boundary, between reality and belief, between history and imagination. And in the next episode, we move beyond dragons themselves to the forces they seem to represent, beings that do not destroy kingdoms, but regulate reality itself.